Hey everyone, welcome to my channel DR650 mostly. In this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Bell MX9 Adventure helmet. MIPS is the full name of that, so Bell MX9 MIPS helmet. So yeah, a little bit about me, as I've had this thing for a year. I purchased it when I purchased my DR650, so purchased it new about a year ago. So I've got a decent amount of writing on it, and I feel like I could give it a good solid review based off of the time that I've had with it. I do about, say, 70% street riding with about 30% dirt, dual sport style riding. I don't do a whole lot of adventure riding. I know this is classified as an adventure helmet, but I'm just more like around town street stuff and some off-road trails as well. So as far as for the around town stuff goes, it has the duckbill on here, but it has a super large vent right here. So pretty much if you get on the freeway doing, like, I don't know, 80 miles an hour, you don't feel a whole lot of the pullback that you would expect to feel from a duckbill or like an MX style helmet. So it's really good there. So I have a fairing-less bike, the DR650, and it's really not an issue going 80 miles an hour on the freeway. You get like a slight pullback, but nothing major. Maybe just a little bit more than like a regular street helmet with no duckbill on them. If you're like me, you were probably comparing this to a few other helmets. I did compare it to the Shoei Hornet X2 as well as the Arai XD5. And I would say they're all great helmets. I'd classify this almost in like the same class as them. Even though it's significantly cheaper in price, I'd say it's almost, I mean, you got this Shoei goes up in price to about $700, and then the Arai up to what, $850, so a lot more. But I would still almost put this in the same class as them as far as quality wise. It does really feel like a high quality helmet to me, and I feel like the best bang for your buck helmet if you look in the adventure style helmets. There are some cheaper ones below this, but I feel like this one I feel like really does step up in quality from some of the cheaper helmets, and is almost comparable in quality to the Shoei and Arai helmets. I'm not knocking any of the helmets. I feel like they're all great helmets. One of the reasons I went with this one is besides the price. So the price it's really fair price, right? So I mean, I think I paid about $250 for it. I just looked on Amazon before doing this video, and they were on sale for like, I don't know, $237 on I think it's a Black Friday deal or something. But besides the price, I like the kind of it's more MX looking, right, styling wise, with like the sharper lines on there. With the Shoei as well as the Arai, they have a more like a street style, I feel, with a duckbill on them. So like the helmet itself looks a little more street, a little more rounded on the front here, with the duckbill on the front, for the adventure style helmets. But this one just looked a little more MX style, and I just like that style more. So that's one of the reasons. And then also the big, huge reason why most people will choose this helmet is the price, right? I mean, $250 helmet is cheap. And for me, with dual sport riding, personally, I don't want a really expensive helmet because it's going to get beat up, it's going to get scratches, and, I just don't feel good about that happening to a, $850 or $700 helmet. So I'd say, personally, me, like a Shoei or a Ride just for street riding, something on like a street bike or something like that. So on my dual sport, I'm gonna beat my helmet up probably a little bit. So I don't feel comfortable spending that much money on the helmet. So that's one of the biggest reasons I chose this helmet. It is so they describe it as a MIPS helmet. So they're describing it as a multi-directional impact protection system is the MIPS. So basically, you have protection from multi directions is how Bell describes it. So that is their description on the helmet. There's a couple different things to talk about with this helmet, but one is the lens. So you can get another version. It's the DLX. So the DLX comes with a different lens, pretty much, and that's the only difference between the regular the regular MX9 Adventure and the DLX is the lens. So the lens is like a transitional lens, basically like like the sun, or like people that have glasses have sometimes the transitional glasses, which means basically like when the sun hits it, it will darken you know, like a auto tint feature, and in the dark it will lighten, you know, back to clearish pretty much. So kind of cool. I chose not to get that version. It's not really that important to me, and it was, I think, around $100-ish more for that lens. Yeah, for me, not a big deal, but for some of y'all it might be a cool feature that you might want to get. So that is an optional lens for this thing, and some people will opt for that. For me, it's not that big a deal. I have a roundish oval head, and it fits me perfect. There's no kind of pressure points or anything like that, so I'm comfortable in this thing for many hours, so no real issues there. So comfort is great. I feel like it feels just as comfortable as the Shoei Hornet. I've tried that on. I haven't ridden with it for hours at a time, but just trying them on, this thing just fits nicely right away, and I feel like the comfort feels almost exactly the same to the Shoei. If that's any help in your choosing there, but I haven't, you know, put a lot of time on that Shoei specifically, but I mean, it feels like it would be about the same, just trying them on in the store. So yeah, personally, I really like the price point on it, and I think a lot of people will kind of gravitate to this helmet because of that. It is the super price, like reasonable price difference compared to, I guess, you know, you go $700 and $850 helmets is my next two choices here. So I feel like that, you know, $250 price is the right price for a helmet that's going to see a lot of off-road time and might get dinged up a little bit. Speaking on that, I have not been in any major accidents or anything like that. I don't plan on being in any major accidents, but it does feel like you'd be safe. I just feel like I'm protected with this helmet. Like I said, don't plan on being anything like that. I've had a couple fallovers, you know, off-road, but nothing major, nothing where I even really hit my head. But I do feel like I'd be protected in a good higher speed accident on the street. That's all I can really speak on that, as it feels like you'd be good. Other than that, it does have a 3-shell system. One more thing I wanted to talk about. So basically, the 3-shell system is, so I wear a large, but other people, you know, may go to a smaller size helmet. If you go to a small, some other helmets, they just add padding on the inside here as you get smaller, and you get that kind of bobblehead look going. The cool thing about this helmet, it's got 3 different shell sizes. So as you get smaller in sizes, the shells get smaller on the outside. So that is a cool feature for some people with smaller heads. Basically, you won't get that bobblehead look, and I don't think you get any extra protection from the other style helmets that just get wider on the inside. So that is a cool feature, especially at this price point too. That's something you would see on the higher price helmets. This one has that as well. So I mean, I feel like this thing is like the best bang for your buck adventure helmet, personally. That's just my personal opinion on it. To each their own. You know, y'all can get your own helmets and, you know, choose what you want. But for me, I feel like this is one of the best bang for your buck adventure helmets. And that's one of the reasons I really like it too. It's $250. Dropped it a couple times. I'm not like, oh, you know, like I dropped my helmet. If I dropped my right helmet, I would be sad about that, right? But you know, a couple little drops on the floor or anything like that, I'm not too concerned about it. Also on that, you know, I did this one thing to show you right here, just on the bill right here. I took it on a trail with a lot of low-lying trees and basically hit a bunch of trees right there. And it did kind of mess up the finish right here, just on the very tip of the duckbill. That's the only issue I've really had with it, and it's not really the helmet's fault. I mean, that's my own fault for running into trees, right? But other than that, I mean, I'm super happy with the helmet. I think anybody would be happy with this helmet, but you're free to make your own choices, of course. But I think it's a great helmet and a great price point, basically. So I mean, those are my 2 points on it. I feel like the helmet is high quality and the price is low. So it really is one of those kind of bang for your buck kind of deals. Well, anyways, I do want to thank you for watching this video today, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to see more gear reviews or stuff on the DR650, I will be doing more of that stuff, so just subscribe.